Oh, he was that baseball player that
That's
had to
right.
go to Japan.
That's
yeah,
right.
Yeah, so to paint the picture, he was a Cy Young winner, greatest pitcher in the league. I think it would have been 2019, 2020-ish
Yeah, that's
with the
unfortunate.
I think with the Cleveland Indians, now the Cleveland baseball club, whatever they're called, Guardians, I think. And then signs the biggest ticket in Major League history, 100 and something schmillion with the Dodgers over 3 years, off to a hot start, finds that one lady, and she makes those false claims against him, sandbagged his career, terminated his contract. He's out all these millions of dollars. He had to go to Japan for a year, Mexico for a year. They finally debunked everything. Everything was released. He's got a great YouTube video talking about it. And he just put out, because he hasn't played for 3 years, nobody will touch him. He said, I'll play for 1 penny with just in bonuses for performance. I want to play, but nobody will give him a shake. What are your thoughts on that?
How many more great men are going to be destroyed by lying women? You know, we need to go back to a position where we put the evidence on trial and then we make a decision in the court based on the evidence that's been presented. The court of public opinion and the whole believe all women narrative has destroyed a lot of men. Here's an interesting stat. So I was talking to a police officer, 20 years in the force, and his specialty was grape. You know, you can translate that word. He discovered during the course of his career that about 85% of grape accusations that he had to investigate were false. And they were false because these women were either in a relationship or married, and they went to the police station to report grape so that they could get out of any sort of problems in their relationship or not be looked upon as promiscuous or awful women. So they would cover it up with a false grape accusation. Or it's because they were single and they had regret the next day. They had buyer's remorse, you know, if you can put it that way. But I mean, like all of these data points don't matter. The mainstream media doesn't talk about them. It's sweep it under the rug. Let's forget about it. Let's believe all women, regardless of what they say. And it's like, really? I think that there was a point in time where we actually had the courts decide what was bad and good. And I think getting back to that, especially in a example like Trevor Bauer would solve a lot of these problems, right? But instead, it's like send the guy off. You're not allowed to play because we have an accusation from a woman with no evidence. Let's see the evidence. Like, let's put the trial out there to deal with it, you know, before you fire this guy and ruin his career.
Well, listen, the weapons of mass destruction these days seem to be accusations and cell phones.
Sexual allegations are by far like that's what they use with athletes, high profile people, politicians. Routinely, they'll use sexual misconduct. And, you know, as I said earlier, it seems like the vast majority of them are false and used to manipulate a outcome or move things into a direction that I don't know who they are, but they want things to go.
Are you familiar with Jacob Nix, Dave?
No.
So he was one of the relief pitchers for the Pittsburgh Pirates. And so I remember the only reason they ended up debunking all this was so he sent Lindsay, whatever her name was, $50,000 on the condition, here's 50 G's, go to Bauer's house and bury him. And he was very outspoken. I remember when they were playing the Blue Jays in the, like before the World Series, they had told him, stop flying your drone around Rogers Center. He's like, okay, yeah, sure. And he'd fly his drone. He's like, look, I got a little sweet video. And then he, buzzed his finger off. Like he was very kind of went to the beat of his own drum. But so he ended up sending her this $50,000. She did it. And the only reason they were able to really debunk it was she was taking videos the next morning. Bauer was asleep. She's taking selfies with the caption, got him, 50 or, whatever, made my 50,000 and he's in real trouble now. Again, I don't know who released those videos, but whoever did, absolute savior, because who knows what would have happened for him if that wasn't out there.
You have to be absolutely careful and very methodical running your life as a top shelf man, especially a public figure, because that's how they get you through beautiful young women.
So if you enjoy what you just saw, we do new clips every single day, twice a day on the Clips channel. You see clips right here. And beside Dave's crotch, we have a full-length show every single Sunday, right by my hand.
Click right here.